woman fighting to keep drugs out of her neighborhood says she got a violent warning from one of the drug dealers. You see her injuries there. She was severely beaten last night after she says she told the man to get away from her home. Our Amber Jayanth joins us with more on how she's doing tonight.
Well, tonight that woman is still recovering from serious injuries. And while we were at her apartment earlier today, we also started receiving threats. So we relocated here to the police department where officers are still trying to locate her attacker.
He was standing there.
Shannon Mays is still in a lot of pain tonight.
I had stitches in my lip. I had to go back today. I got bleeding behind my retinal on my eye.
She was walking to her apartment last night on East McMicken when she says she was viciously attacked by the neighborhood dope dealer after telling him to stop selling drugs outside of her home.
He's like, you know what, as he was walking to me, like, you need to mind your own business.
Then she says he started beating her with a brick in his hand.
He just ran up to me and he hit me, and he just continued on hitting me.
She says people were standing around, but no one jumped in to help her until the man stopped and ran off.
I thought I was dead. Seriously, I thought I was dead.
She says the brutal attack is a form of retaliation. Over the years, she's repeatedly made complaints to police about ongoing drug activity.
They out here constantly, constantly. There's no way you can't see what's going on.
In fact, while our cameras were rolling, we caught what looked like a drug deal in the same spot where Mays was reportedly jumped.
People sit around and they see this stuff going on and no one cares. But me, I care where I live at. They don't live down here. They just come down here to sell their drugs. And it's ridiculous.
Even though Mays says she was beaten nearly unconscious, she's going to continue to speak out whenever she sees people peddling drugs outside of her home. At this point, are you afraid for your life?
Yeah, especially doing this because who knows, other ones might try to get me now. But someone has to start speaking out or nothing is ever going to change.
Now, Mays tells us that she does not know her attacker's name, but she has seen his face several times, and she's hoping that will be enough to have police locate him and arrest him. Reporting live in the West End, Amber Jayanth, Fox 19 Now.
UPS worker in Sharonville is out of a job tonight after a picture has surfaced of her dressed in blackface. Fox 19 Now's Amber Jayanth tells us what the company is saying and how the community is responding.
Well, Tricia, this is a picture of that costume, and some people are upset about it tonight. UPS is not releasing the woman's name or telling us how long she's been with the company, but they released a statement saying in part that UPS has no tolerance for hate or bigotry, and some people in the community tell us that they're disgusted with the costume. This is a picture of the costume the UPS worker in Sharonville allegedly wore. The image has been circulating online, stirring a lot of emotions in the community.
It creeped the hell out of me.
It shows the woman dressed in blackface to embody the stereotype of the mammy character stemming from minstrel shows. UPS is not saying if she wore the costume to work for a Halloween party or if the picture was taken at a different location. But some in the community say there's no place for it in Sharonville.
How is that funny? How is it a costume? You know, there's plenty of black faces out here. We just working hard. You know, what sense does it make? You know, it's offensive just because you don't see, black people around here trying to be white. So it just makes no sense to me.
We spoke with Dr. Eric Jackson, the director of the Black Studies program at Northern Kentucky University. He says dressing in blackface brings up a painful past. These characters of white men dressing up as black people in minstrel shows dates back to the 1800s.
How would you like to go to work for me?
Yeah, ma'am. How much you gonna pay me, I hope?
Well, let's see now. I'll pay you all your work.
No, ma'am. I gotta have some money.
But it's taking African Americans' images and moving to stereotypes and just bringing to the forefront the most obscene, negative, over-the-top images of African Americans.
Dr. Jackson says he believes that those who dress in blackface generally don't understand why it's wrong.
I know it's not taught in schools because one of the periods that's not really talked about on the level below college is the Reconstruction period.
It's not clear what the UPS workers' intentions were. But UPS says in their statement that the company has strict policies against harassment and discrimination and has terminated this individual's employment with the company. Now, some we spoke to say they are happy with UPS's decision to fire the worker. And Dr. Jackson says at this moment shows that America still needs to have a difficult discussion about race. Reporting live in the studio, Amber Jayanth, Fox 19 Now.
As the Senate awaits the results of the FBI investigation into Supreme Court nominee Brett Kavanaugh, some residents in Covington are making it clear where they stand. Our Amber Jayanth has more on the community reaction and how they're letting their feelings be known.
Well, Rob, I'm on Bakewell Street right now, and as you walk down the sidewalk, you'll see dozens of banners like this one. This movement started on Friday, and already there are more than 40 signs up. A walk through Covington has become a bit more scenic the past few days as more signs continue to appear on windows and fences supporting Christine Blasey Ford, who says she was sexually assaulted by Brett Kavanaugh in high school.
I think it's amazing. I think it's absolutely amazing that this little neighborhood is supporting this woman who did one of the bravest things I've ever seen.
The messages on the sheets vary from bravery is contagious to believe women, but not everyone in the neighborhood is eager to hang a sign from their window.
I just think they're being a little harsh on the guy. By no means do I, advocate what has happened, but I think we all make mistakes when we're young people.
Emily Wolf is the brainchild behind the banners. She says after watching the Kavanaugh hearings last week, she felt she had to do something to give women a voice.
Kind of had a crazy idea, and I said, let's do this. Let's let our neighbors wake up to a message that says we stand with women and we support women.
Wolf says the bed sheets are a play from her college days.
Fraternities would hang sheets in the window during rush week, kind of with messages saying, Daddies, bring us your daughters, we'll take care of them.
While the decision to send Kavanaugh's nomination to the Senate floor has created a divide across the nation, Wolf says the messages and the movement she created is not political.
It's all political. Everything around us is political. Now let's look at his attributes rather than looking at this one, situation that happened a long time ago.
Wolf says she's drawing attention to a cultural issue that needs to change.
So if we're teaching our children to talk about consent, about their bodies and what it means when you say no, but if it's starting a conversation even on a local level, that's making a difference.
Now, Wolf says that the signs will stay up at least until the end of the week. That's when the Senate is expected to vote on Kavanaugh's nomination. Reporting live in Covington, Amber Jayanth, Fox 19 Now.